Also former PvP team members of mine. So as much as you may think that gives me bias, they did leave me to join Team Tomodachi. So I'm hoping that Mark Ignore Cheating Hitters on Umbra can, you know, can give a little retribution. Give them what for, a little karma, you know? Celieri Omi on Tomodachi, also a... Oh. Oh, that is cursed. Oh, that is cursed. Oh, him and Sylvie. Jesus. If there ever was a time to use the phrase blurst, this may be it. But anyway, Mark Ignore Cheating Hitters, also a long-standing team. Oh, thank you for the follow. They've been around to plenty of tournaments of mine, and honestly, they beat us down pretty bad when I was in the LP scene, so I do have high hopes for them here. Koyaki and Sylvie, also pretty chill people, so I'm very excited to see what they have to bring to the table. And I know Rumpseer is a newer player to LP, so they're kind of taking him through they're showing him how to communicate, how to play as a team and all that. And I believe he is known for playing very aggressively on Gunbreaker, but it looks like he's doing a little more reserved play right now, as Astra is just waiting for Umbra to go in. And we're going to see a Amadeus Lionheart here, the Reaper of Astra, just kind of running past the melees on Umbra to get the kill on a Koyaki. No cover from Sarah Vagrant of Umbra, funnily enough. But I know they don't have guards, so they can't really get anything off of it. But first pick of the game goes to Team Tomodachi. If I had the soundboard, I would absolutely play it, as the next burst seems to be onto Quina. Not even the next burst, it's just three people pressuring the Astro here in the back. Oh, but off the camera, we see Rumpseer get a kill onto Celiera. I have no idea how that came about, but it was impressive nonetheless. There's the Reaper LB from Amadeus. They're going to combo, yep. Rust team's going to combo that into a kill onto the Paladin. That is an excellent play, guard breaking the Paladin to prevent any defensive play. But Umbra does fire right back with a kill onto the White Mage. Brilliant stuff. So two of the defensive heel slop cornerstones are down. Koyaki using their LB in a very aggressive fashion. They're kind of almost getting bursted mid-animation of their laser. Well, Sheep looking pretty low and getting covered at half health and no mana by the Unholy Gravebirth. Not sure if I would want to be covered by a man like that, but we take what we can get. In fact, his LB's coming up only in about 10 seconds here, but he's not going to be able to get to use it. Excellent game plan from Mark Ignore Cheating Hitters, knowing to run down the right target at the right time. Anyway, we're going to be looking to Sarah Vagar here, also in the same situation as the Unholy Gravebirth. Low health, but their LB is coming up soon, and there's the Reaper Fear. That may be enough to secure it, and it is. Excellent burst by Team Tomodachi, as we see some traded traded communios from both teams here. Oh! That was a huge burst of damage and healing on Silo Chen, going from 20,000 back to full, back to dead real quick. And I do like the fact that, well, everyone's just kind of taking 5 here, it seems. Never mind. But I do like that Tomodachi is committing to a kill on Sylvie and really bursting well, because that way you avoid just having random rolling damage that the Samurai can use Chiten to bait out and get a free pick on. Here we go. Maybe up to Rumpseer to initiate. No, it is up to Tamari with the laser. They're going to go deep for the other White Mage, Koyaki, who may have a retaliatory laser to fire here, especially with the cover. Yeah, not using their cover time to find respite or anything, but instead trying to set up a long shot here for a burst. And it's going, there's a big cleave. Oh, the White Mage laser from Zimbabwe on top of the Reaper LB. That's an excellent combo that's going to get them a kill. Yeah, excellent cleave kill. It's not only going to get them one kill, but spiral into a 3-man down. for Umbra. Beautiful stuff right there. And they're going to, yeah, just chase them 4-on-2. You know that Tamari and Ama can't really do much with it. In fact, Tamari being the target here's a smart thing. Because now she has to spend a GCD or two healing herself instead of just free casting it onto the Reaper. It's already tanky enough as it is. But it doesn't look like we have a coordinated offensive response on Team Tomodachi side. They're just trying to stabilize here, as Amadeus is going to go and hold down the point for a little bit. Remind, there's the White Mage laser from Tamari. It's on the point. We have Sylvie Chan on the, no, sorry, not on the point. Some skirmishes going around all across the battlefield, actually. It's both the Reapers are just kissing on the point. Rumpseer going to move back off. Looking to set something up with Reaper LB, maybe. Oh, we have Celiera surviving the Zantetsuken 100% with a shield. But just a little love tap after is going to be enough to bring him down. And there goes Amadeus, running off the point. Now, someone from Astra does need to be on in a little bit, and it looks like Well Sheep is getting too pressured to be a viable pick. Speaking of a viable pick, Amadeus with the... Ooh. Yeah, just getting pressure to hell and back. Tamari and Selly kind of scuffling over who's going to be on the point here. It looks like Selly is going to be the one on. Perhaps Tamari's looking for a long laser combo with Amadeus when he gets back here. Just keep the Unholy Great Birth alive until then. Yeah, Tamari just needs to play very safe. Pocket the Paladin. Ooh. Well, obviously, there's only so much pressure they can take, right? It looks like, yeah. The Laser Reaper combo seems to be the setup here. Can they get it off? It's not exactly a combo, and it's not going to convert into a kill either. Not under the Astral White Mage Paladin core. And that is pretty bad for Team Tomodachi. It is 2-on-5 on the point with Well Sheep. No guard. I don't know if they have Purify or not. No, it doesn't matter. They're going to go down. Oh, and a ghosted cover by the Unholy Greatbird. You don't want to see that. Because admittedly, that turns a stable 3-on-5 into a guaranteed 1v5 with that. Because now the team knows, well, just burst the Paladin out of guard. All that being said, great swap by Amadeus and Selly. Great timing, too. They're not overstaying their welcome. Not letting him do anything. And the Warrior gets out, too. This could be Team Tomodachi's chance to stabilize, especially with that 3-man chase. They don't have pressure on the points. In fact, it's Koyaki who's going to be pressured here. I don't know if this converts into a kill. Not unless there's a guard break onto the Paladin. Not even! Koyaki just going to use that huge range on the White Mage laser to convert to a kill. Oh. And then here we have some cleave, not even looking for anything. Well Sheep on the point, but with no mana. Oh, he's going for an offensive Mudra, too. That's certainly a choice, but going to lead to his death, and that's going to be that. Game 1 goes to Umbra. Yeah, definitely the big thing that I was seeing there was, you know, very heavy burst damage in the opener from Astra, but the White Mage and Reaper LB combos that Umbra was doing, I wasn't really seeing those out of Astra. In fact, it was a little delayed. It was just disjointed enough to allow Astra to respond to it. Or I'm sorry, the Astra side, the Team Tomodachi side, was just disjointed enough to allow Mark Ignore Cheat hitters to respond with like defensive abilities and heals. Clown Town. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Yojimbo's home. Meanwhile, I am going to see who's pinging me for shenanigans. All right. Tear them asunder. Only a single sunder is all they get. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. else ping me? I know the screen's gonna get a little choppy here, but I need to make sure that nobody needs me. Matches are being sent, scores are being reported, everything is working out as it should, right? There's no giant image in the middle of the stream this time. There never was any giant image. It's all a myth. We do have a swap here. Unholy Gravemirth from the Paladin to the Scholar. And Celiera from Warrior to Dragoon. I guess a more, actually, yeah, way more offensive team here. I guess just meant to provide passive overall assistance with Scholar instead of like an active one-time use with Paladin. Might wind up being better for them if they want to play a little more aggressively, but we'll see how this goes. I definitely think the damage mainly is going to come up from what Well Sheep does if they use Raiju to cross-stun somebody, or if they go straight committal to the damage. It looks like they're looking to set up a cross-tier. No, there's the Hyoshu Ranju out. All damage onto the Samurai, in fact. Well played by Astra, getting the first pick here as they pressure Rumpseer. I want to see how the Umbra Paladin responds to this outgoing damage. It looks like they're not really in a position to cover anyone. In fact, they make it... no, Koyaki is likely going to be safe here after a while. But the Paladin not really in a position to cover anyone per se, but they're just straight in the fight. There's the Polymorph, not an immediate death sentence this time around. Definitely looks like Umbra on the back foot here. Not so much in control of the match anymore. The damage from Celiera goes out. There is no ground pot to save them, and that's going to be that. And that's a double kill for Umbra, too. Can they convert it into a triple? They can! Wow, that lead fell apart almost immediately for Team Tomodachi, and Mark ignored Chiten hitters, maybe looking to get Amadeus here. Do they get any CC on him? There's a stun, there's a heavy, there's the Reaper ult. Actually a really good use of that too for tempo. I believe they may end up getting out here. Oh, Amadeus with the tricky Reaper movement is gonna duck out of here, but they may still get killed on the mats. No, it is a clean escape for Amadeus. Beautiful stuff. Koyaki just pressuring to keep the pot off of them, but that's not really going to mean much in the face of this. Wow. Tricky Reaper movement. And that keeps Umbra, or Astra, a little stabilized. This Rumpseer is taking some, I guess, scratch damage, you could call it. Never mind. Queenia getting annihilated there, and Rumpseer, oof. Getting a cover under there for free? Yeah. And this is such a rough situation for Tomodachi to be in here. Right, you have the Paladin with LB, the Samurai with Chiten, and the covered Reaper. What target do you go on? Oh, there's Sylvie Chan with the double kill on the LB, getting the Dragoon and the White Mage. Beautiful play. Only regret is that we didn't have the camera on them earlier, but man, that is a tempo steal right there. Like, Tomodachi was just stabilizing, just grabbing that, and Sylvie Chan ripped the hope from their eyes. As Rumpseer are going to use their LB to secure a kill onto Well Sheep and maybe onto the Unholy Gravebirth. Never mind, it's Celiera and Amadeus on the point here, holding it down. Which always sucks as a Dragoon. You kind of want to be in and out like an assassin. Oh, but this corner also sucks to fight in there. You saw how close the back line it was there. Tamari still like so close to the action, and they have to be in order to support their Dragoon. But it looks like, oh, Celi's just gonna sneak in a pot right there as Tamari may get out alive here. 3,000 health, all the pots right there, but it is not gonna be yours. In the meantime, we've got a cover on Queenia. Likely gonna get out here. Oh, but Team Tomodachi just full sending the Paladin, and why not? Oh, but Koyaki in with the... Yup, you are getting crossfire heals from an Astro and a White Mage. Onto Sarah there, but Team Tomodachi breaks through. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. We have a map flip for fun over there. All right, this has to be Tomodachi's push right here. We have, well, there's Samurai and Paladin LB coming up this fight, and Astro. In fact, I do like having Sylvie-chan just straight on the point here. It looks like Tomodachi's going to use these 40 seconds they have. Just walk past the Samurai, ignore them. Chiten's out. There are no Chiten hitters to ignore. But now you have to contend with Paladin, Astro, and potentially Samurai LB later down the line. Without your Scholar, as they're going to get annihilated here. Koyaki getting burst in the meantime. Beautiful trade from Team Tomodachi. And in fact, that's really the way to do it. While their Paladin and Astro are busy bursting, you have to kill somebody. You kind of have to play on their tempo. But I don't like this this cleave we have going on here onto Tomodachi. But I do like the Dragoon going up there to guarantee the overtime, right? No shenanigans with a sudden burst. There's no Reaper LB to fear, but it's always just good to make sure. Oh, and this second time Team Tomodachi doesn't grab a pot at the end there. Anyway, all eyes here on Well Sheep, as his Ninja LB may be the trick to getting a kill. Are they going to snap Sarah? Yes, he is! Beautiful play by Well Sheep. And oh, and having to go in the coffin to avoid getting slapped by Yojimbo. Means they also can't get a reset onto anybody. But that's going to be Amadeus's LB onto the Reaper, who is getting pocketed to hell and back. Not really going to get a kill on them. And I don't even think Team Tomodachi can afford anyone to rat out Rumpseer. But he is going to stay in the fights. Being pocketed by the Astro. Again, crossfire heals from the Astro and the White Mage. Like, look at how they're positioned here. On opposite ends of the battlefield, you can't commit to one or the other. It's just, what do you do, you know? Can only pray. As Well Sheep, too out of position to be to rotate on the point, and that's going to be game 2, going to Team Mark Ignore Cheat hitters. Excellent stuff by them. Like, the positioning and the burst was always on point with them, and the way that they were comboing LBs, you could tell that they were, if not practice, at least communicating this stuff effectively, right? Good stuff from them, honestly. Good stuff.